that uh, your investment is safe by taking an informed decision, and your journey from an investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, understand the business opportunity in detail, and openly ask any sort of question which you may have related to franchise, business, growth before you take the actual decision. Today, we are going to explore an exciting business opportunity in one of the most essential category of our lives, sleep. And the brand we are going to introduce is Sleepnovaa. Sleepnovaa is an Indian sleep and mattress brand focused on making premium, technology-driven sleep solution accessible to Indian households. The brand combines advanced comfort, technology, premium materials, and orthopedic support to create a more specialized sleep experience. The brand is built around three powerful principles: revolutionary, responsive, and rejuvenating, with technologies such as Nova Cloud, the Nova Adapt, Air Ortho, and many more. With its manufacturing facility in Gandhinagar, Gujarat, Sleep Nova has greater control over quality and consistency while designing product specifically for Indian sleep requirement. The brand is now expanding its business across India through a franchise business model. And to talk about the same, I'm joined with the founder and the CEO himself. We have Mr. Yash Chaudhary, who's the founder and the CEO. Along with my colleague, we have Shivam Yadav, who's the key account manager. We have Mr. Tanu Chauhan, who's the strategy consultant. We have Yash Datta, who's the financial consultant, and Pragya Singer. She is leading this brand, as a business leader. So before I invite Yash ji to talk more about this great business opportunity, by the way, I would like to welcome all our attendees. First of all, welcome and really appreciate you all for giving us your time to understand a business opportunity. And trust me, we are definitely going to talk about a great business category which have a lot of the opportunity and been seeing a lot of growth in this particular sector. And we have the founder and the CEO himself joined today to talk about it. So I would now like to welcome Yash ji to this webinar, and would also like him to let's get started with a little bit of your personal introduction, and then we'll move on to the presentation part. Yeah, over to you, Yash.
Thank you so much, Bharatji. Thank you so much. That was a great introduction towards Sleepnovaa as well. Well, my name is Yash Chaudhary. I'm the founder and CEO of Sleepnovaa. Well, when I started thinking about sleep as an industry, I thought of it not as an option. I thought it was a necessity. It was the foundation for great health. That's where we decided to build a company that is selling something more important, that is better sleep. That's where my introduction into Sleepnovaa started. That's the basic phenomena by which I entered this industry. Uh, in terms of me, I've been working in this industry for about 4 years now, and uh, we have expanded into franchisee model into different parts of India as well. But basically, before I reach there, I would also want to tell you that why Sleepnovaa has these three R policies, which we or philosophy we speak about. While we're speaking about Sleepnovaa, the foundation, why we call it the only mattresses that matter. We are a company which is driven by technology, where we believe that sleep is the foundation of the great health, productivity, and a better quality of life, which builds around it, right? Sleepnovaa is a combination of premium materials, comfort in engineering, and customer-centric solutions. One of the most important thing for any brand in the market is to create a perfect product which is customer centric and price point as well. So that's a perfect product fit. So Sleep Nova has been able to achieve that. By that's why we call ourselves revolutionary. We have created our revolutionary technologies such as Nova Cloud, Nova Adapt, No Air Ortho, Nova Orthocore, and our cooling technologies. We proudly say that we are one of the only brands which give the orthopedic support, which is uncomparable to any other brand in the market at this moment. So there are few technologies which no one has and no one is doing. So we are leading in the technology front as well. Whereas we talk about responsiveness. Responsiveness is that we design our mattresses around individuals' body, sleeping positions, support requirements, and comforting preferences. We care about body contouring, responsiveness of the body, firmness. So these things are very, very important when we talk to our customers. When we start, we don't start by saying that what mattress do you want. We usually start with what is the problem of the customers are, whereas what is the sleeping position, what is your body weight, what's your orthopedic requirement, what's the firmness level, partner disturbance, temperature, lifestyle, and budget. So we have built products around that. So that's why the 3R policies, the rejuvenating factor comes in, where our core principles of the 3 R's is that our customers are going to wake up fresh, and they're going to wake up better, and they're going to perform better in their life. That's the kind of the products we've been building. Our mission and our vision is to become India's one of the most trusted brands, which is known for comfort, innovation, because we have created a environment where we are customer centric brand, and our mission is to design and deliver uh, sleeping solutions and enhance the health of and the well-being of every individual who comes into the Sleepnovaa family. So our pillars, as I've been speaking about, is better sleep, better you. It's the quality and the innovation and the trust and the care. When I talk about these things, we elaborate further in our presentation when I'm speaking about these. But to put it simple, is our products are best fit for the price. They're the best fit for the technology. They're known for their quality. They're known for their innovations. So there's no gimmick, right? There's no advertising. The products which actually work and make difference to a person's sleep is what we have created. And for the trust and the care, the company is standing with its customer with 100 days trial and 10-year warranty. So we are providing a complete trust and care solution to our customers as well. So our manufacturing facility of Sleepnovaa is a very intensive facility where we are making sure that every mattresses which is built with a similar quality, and customers do not have to compromise on the quality of the product pan India. So centralized manufacturing helps quite a lot in that. Uh, Innovations like Nova Cloud and Nova Adapt are unmatched for the comfort, support, and durability. And we are proud that we are an Indian brand which is designing for Indian sleep, Indian bodies. We have scientifically seen into the fact how a sleep pattern or a BMI or a body positioning affects the individual. So we are proudly a brand designed in India, and we are for the India. Thank you. So our business segmentations, whereas you would find competitors to be speaking about uh, having 3 mattresses or 4 mattresses. Sleep Nova is designed through a spectrum where it gives individuals who are working with Sleep Nova a great opportunity to work from entry level to the mid range to the high range mattresses all in one core. We are probably one of the biggest brands in terms of our quantity and the quality and the segmentations of matrices which we are providing at this moment. We have first segmentation which we call is Nova Pure Tech, which is taking on the new led industry phenomena, which is under 20,000 mattresses, where the mattresses have been changing the whole spectrum by adding cool gel latex, 32 density, which is again a market leading in that category by itself. So these are the best in terms of price. These are the best in terms of quality, and something which have not been seen at the price point ever before in the country. That's where PureTech comes in. FreezeTech is a series which is completely working towards cooling solutions for the customers. They We make our mattresses around the fact that they should be not only seen in the pictures, but they should be felt breathing as well. So whenever you touch a Sleepnovaa mattress, you will find there's an airflow which is running side by side. They not only support an airflow, they also help you in zero partner disturbance. They help you with um, other stuff such as full body zone support and body contouring. Then we also have our Infinity Dream series, which is our series which works around individual pocket spring mattresses, where we use our triple coil technologies. In this category, have our mattress, which we call Natura as well, which is 100% organic. So we are proudly making 100% organic mattresses as well through that category. We also have a mattress called Mother Nest, which we proudly bring to India as a category leader. It is India's pregnancy graded mattress. This is a huge opportunity in the market as well, as pregnancy mattresses has not been tapped into India yet, but globally it's a $6 billion industry, just the pregnancy mattresses. So we being a brand which is leading in that technology, there's a great opportunity for everybody who's coming in to make sure that we can take this better health solutions towards our next gen as well. Then the orthopedic support, the 45 densities is something which is class leading in itself. We provide 15 years of warranty in our products, which are orthopedic support. Then our other products which we're talking about, we have five kind of other pillows. We have cloud pillow, latex pillow, donut pillows, wedge pillows, and we have a feather fibers. So we have five kind of pillows. Other than that, we also have mattress protectors, we have bed sheets. So the sleep complete infrastructure is provided into a Sleep Novaa store wherever the customer comes in. You always have a price point. You always have a product for each and every customer fit. Whereas the pricing strategy of Sleepnovaa also works a very important role in the business segmentations. Whereas the difference between each mattresses between competitors is huge, what Sleepnovaa has done, there's a difference of 2,000 rupees in each and every mattress for making sure the customer gets the best for the best price. We spoil them with choices as well. So they don't have to go outside. Uh, the mattresses start somewhere about 7,000 8,000 rupees. The king size at about 13,000 14,000 rupees, and we going all the way up from 13 to 15, 15 to 6 8 17, 17 to 20. So there's a difference of 2,000 rupees in each and every mattress, which helps you to upscale and sell a mattress which is perfectly fitting for the customer's choice. Whereas in other brands, there is a mattress which might start at 10, then a 20, and then a 30, and then a 40. So the customer usually has to take into a consideration that whether he's working on the price or working on the quality. That's not the case with Sleep Nova. That's why we always say that Sleep Nova, whenever the customer walks into the store, our customer conversion rates are really high. Why customers choose us? Well, we've been speaking about what makes Sleep Nova important is not when a customer comes in and we ask him, are you looking for a mattress? No. When we want to understand the customer, it is an emotional thing for him. He's coming in and buying a product. So we want to understand his sleeping positions, body weight. Does he have an orthopedic requirement? What is the firmness level? What is the partner movement, temperature? Is he sweating? Lifestyle and budget. We collaborate all these things and then we take a scientific approach towards how to approach that specific customer. So it's not just a customer comes in. No, it's a complete sleep solution brand where we want to understand the customer and make sure that they are being served well and served directly for the problems they've been facing. That's the most important bit for us. Our customers are the most important and we are customer centric brand. Technologies which makes this different. So Nova Cloud is a slow responsive memory form, which is very porous. Then we have a Nova Adapt, which is a super plush form, which makes the responsiveness on the first layer when you touch your body very, very comfortable. We have Nova Orthocore, which is market leading in the orthopedic support. And when we say market leading, we talk about it is right on the top, right? We also have Nova Ice Fusions to make sure, and we provide that Ice Fusion and Cool Gel latex mattresses right from the beginning. We are not making customer wait longer for a technology. We want to give him at the most affordable price as well. So we have made sure that the customer uh, doesn't have to suffer a bad mattress. They are always taken care. Our mattresses are hypoallergenic. They are made with fire retardant products, and our technology sets us apart. So, the premium experience in a competitive price is something which I can compare to Apple, right? I will just give you a few examples of how Sleep Nova is different from other brands when we talk about what we're providing our customer at what price point. For example,
Is all okay? Seems to be some internet issue. Am I audible, Pragya?
Yes, you are audible, but yes, voice is not coming.
Okay, ma'am.
Some
Maybe,
problem.
Tanu, if you could
Yes,
just click on.
yes, yes.
Yeah, sure. So I think Yash can continue with the products and what sets us apart, and I can mainly boil down upon what opportunity lies in this business. So yes, it's a necessity-driven business, not an impulse buy or not out of cultural habit. For example, like jewelry or F&B industry, it's purely necessity-driven. And yes, with the rising population and the urbanization, the market is set to almost double in the next 5 years itself. And I think infrastructural development, rising of high-rise societies, and the overall urbanization and the real estate boom, and also the hospitality industry boom in India is contributing to more need at the very core of this. And as a white line, as a silver lining on this, we have a very low penetration of organized players in the tier 2 and the tier 3 markets, and that is something we want to tap into, and we want to tap that very smartly with a very hyperlocal approach. I'm sorry. So yeah, as Yash told you that Sleepnova is something that is very, very competitive in terms of pricing. If we compare apple to apple, the prices of the products we have at hand are very low. That makes us more open to mass market and more acceptable for the mass market in the upper middle class. And also because of the premium products we are having at hand, we also have a level unlocked of the premium segment of the societies. So, what different we bring in our proposal, or what special we have in our proposal, if you compare it to the industry standards itself, is it's a very inventory light model. We are not expecting either the area developers or the subunit franchisees to keep any kind of stock which is to be sold directly to the customers. Only the display inventory is to be invested into, and that brings down your investment in the store and also in the stock to bare minimum. And also the very factor of the dead inventory is completely extinguished in this. No headache of dead inventory of the returning that to the brand, or to manage it somehow and selling that out of sales and cutting on your margins. No such things. And also for the area developers, under this, no warehousing overhead is needed, since there's no surplus of stock needed to be sold directly to the customers. No warehousing headache to deliver that to your sub-unit franchisees in the applied time or something. No such headaches are there. And also the best part in this is that we offer a 30-day credit line. So, and also the logistics, end-to-end logistics are borne by the brand. So there's no cut short on your margins, no haircut on the margins that are being offered to you, as we'll discuss further in the model. And unlike others, we are not putting any minimum monthly revenue cap or any stock to hai nahi hai. And also, we have defined cluster sizes. Any store that comes beyond that size, you're not paying a AD fee for that. So it's purely the subunit franchisee's investment. You don't have to pay anything, and you just enjoy the margins that are being offered to you on every store that is set beyond that number in your cluster. So to understand that, We are going pan India, of course, and we have categorized areas into three cluster capacities: 30 store capacity, 20 store capacity, and 10 store capacity. So, for example, if we identify a store cluster in UP to be a 20 store cluster, and somehow because of your hyperlocal expertise or some other factor, you identify that yes, because of the changing dynamics, there is capacity of two more stores. We are not charging any ADP from you on that, and the investment is to be done by the subunit franchise. You just enjoy the middle margins on that directly. So to understand the economics or how the AD structure is going to work with us is that we are asking for an area of 500 square feet per single unit retail outlet, store investment of mere 3.5 lakhs, franchise fee of 4 lakh rupees, inventory investment is 3 lakhs. That is just the display inventory of every kind of product that the company is having, and a refundable deposit for the credit line of 2.5 lakh rupees. So it's entirely refundable, no conditions on that. And the margins that the company is offering, that Sleepnova is offering to you, is 50%. And to understand the area developer economics under this is 30, 20, 10 store clusters, under which one is mandatory to be operated by the area developer. So for the master fee for the 30 unit cluster is going to be 60 lakh rupees. For 20 it's 40 lakh rupees, and for 10 it's going to be 20 lakh rupees. Direct again, the investment across the setup across the stores, direct or subunit, is going to be the same, but the franchise fee share that you will be getting from the subunits as area developers is going to be 50%. And also the margins from your direct unit are going to be 60%, while you enjoy 10% of margins on COGS from every subunit that is being held under you. And as I think I need to update the deck because for the last point, that for the first 10 area developers, we are offering a concession of 2.5 lakh rupees. Five are already out of it, so we just left with five spots. Uh, I think if Yashva is there, he can elaborate more on that.
Um, Thank you so much. I'm really sorry I had a bit of a reception issue and I had to go in the middle. But Tanu, I would request you to finish this thing and I'll come back to the deck I was speaking about later on.
Sure, sure. I'm actually done with this. So just that we are offering a concession, we were offering a concession of 2.5 lakh rupees on the master fee for our 10 ADs. Right now, I think we are left only with the half of the
We're
spots.
only left with five. We have already done five ADs. So we only have five more spaces left for ADs. Whereas I think if you go back towards the slide where we're speaking about what makes Sleepnova's franchisee different from other franchisees, uh, yeah, this one. I think this is something which is self-explanatory in itself, but that sets us apart in terms of how, uh, from a customer-centric brand, we are also very friendly towards our franchisees. Uh,
Exactly.
so it's an inventory light model. That means there is no inventory which you have to put. There's only a display which you keep in for yourself, and rest the brand take care of fulfillment of your orders, so that you never have a pressure. Whereas the 30-day credit on sale provides you a freedom where you never have to put money into stocks. So not just as it's a zero stock or a minimum billing cap, but is also the money you have collected on the sales. You are giving it back to the brand in 30 days. So what it makes you do is, the once you sell, you close your bills after 30 days, and on those bills you're earning huge margins from Sleepnova. So it's designed in a way that franchisees are always working towards growing the brand, reaching out to the customers, rather than having a headache of a minimum bill or a stock being piled on them, because stockpiling is and logistics problems is the one which actually creates issues in any businesses. Sleepnova as a brand is taking care of both those things for you. From end-to-end logistics, you have a 30-day credit, inventory light model, no warehousing, and no minimum billing cap as well. And when I say a no minimum billing cap, we're the only mattress brand in India which provides you that at this moment. Every other brand regardless of you do sales or you don't do sales, you have to have a minimum sell target of a specific amount, which is somewhere close to 10 lakhs. But Sleep Nova doesn't do that. Whereas the numbers which has been shown to you by Tanu are the numbers which I would say are very basic in terms of sales as well, because we believe that one mattress per day per store is the most least conservative to start with when you're talking about a mattress industry. But the kind of financials which have been shown to you have been done a calculation on only 14 mattresses sold in a month. So imagine our conservative has been brought down to 50% by franchise in India, and still you are getting your payback in 16 months. There are huge margins. So calculations are subjective to your performances, but I would still say the most conservative, if you gel one mattress per day per store, you will probably do double of what you're seeing on the screen right now in terms of finances.
Yeah, and I think that it was necessary for me to mellow down on the numbers because even if the stores which we have at hand, operated by the company and under their franchise, are actually outperforming these numbers, I was of the notion that let's the investors see for themselves what the brand is capable of doing.
Yeah,
Right.
so
So
I
I
think
think if Yashbhai, you can give us a glimpse of what actually you're performing in the market.
so right now, any store which opens up does a minimum of 28 to 30 mattresses in a month. So that is the bare minimum, which is one mattress per day per store. Uh, Whereas the things which has been shown over here is 14 mattresses only.
Yep.
A store which has been there running for a while, that is probably doing two mattresses to two and a half mattresses right now. So that's where we're looking at the store's growth.
Yeah, so it's almost one fourth or one fifth of what we are actually capable
We are
of doing in
actually
the market.
capable of doing,
Had
yes.
to, right? So yeah, but again, we are offering great margins, and the very format of the store and the product is such that the OPEX of yours are going to be bare minimum. So yeah, the EBITDA on this is going to be way attractive than what you can come across. And yeah, I think Yashpa, if you want to conclude it,
Yeah,
or
I
Bharat
I
maybe.
would I would want to continue from what I was telling in terms of the
Yeah, sure,
customer
sure, sure.
product fit. I think I missed out on that. So what I was explaining is what makes us different is while we are giving you huge margins, but we are also giving you products which are very competitive. For example, a mattress which has a similar configurations costs somewhere about 15,000. We're giving the same mattress for about 13,500 with a better quality.
Mm.
Similarly, that goes and carries on into every category which is going up. There have been mattresses which are actually priced so competitively that the quality and the price gives you the edge in the market. And that's what makes Sleep Nova a perfect product fit for a customer as well as for the franchisor. This is what I was concluding at the time when I missed out on things. But as a closing from my end, I would just like to say that at Sleep Nova, we believe that the future of the mattress industry is not going to be decided by the big showrooms or
Mm.
who spends most on the ads. It is decided on the combination of better technology, a better product, a better customer understanding, and a better business economics. That's why we're building the philosophy of Sleep now, and that's why we're looking for opportunities for young entrepreneurs across India to come and join hands and be a part of an industry which is a necessity based, which is not impacted by AI, which is not impacted by economy going up or down. There's a consistent demand. It is a necessity based good which has been there since the time the human civilizations has been there. It's one of the necessity goods by which you cannot think about your day being finished. So to be a part of a sustainable growth and one of the fastest growing brands in India, we are looking for young entrepreneurs to come and join hand with Sleep Nova.
Yep. And in my opinion, I think apart from giving a wonderful franchise proposal to the investors directly, what the brand is doing amazing is the pricing point they have at hand. Very competitive, and also the step up of the pricing is not very steep. So at any point of time, the customer either can be upgraded or can be retained within that range. without having a concern of going deeper into his pockets. So that's when the churn ratio comes into play. The churn ratio for the brand is very low because of this step up, or to be not very steep. I think that is something that is the brand is doing amazingly well on the brand central level, apart from the franchise proposal that has been prepared by us.
Let's also talk about the financials. So these are the pan-India expansions, right, with the
Yep.
area developers. Yeah.
So the numbers against the states are the cluster that we identify, and as in when we get the inquiries, we'll be more than happy to elaborate on what are the areas that are being covered with what capacity. Yep. I think Yash can take over now.
Yeah, so
Yash, the financial one. That's right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. You want to comment something?
you go ahead and finish. Thank you.
Sure, sure. So I'm sharing my screen. So here's the financial model for this exciting opportunity, Sleepnova. So as Tanu said, that initial investment is 13 lakhs. I'm talking about the unit model right now. Brand franchise fees is 4 lakhs. Display demo stock is 3 lakhs. Interior fit out is 3 lakh 50,000. Refundable deposit is 2.5. So expenses, if we come to the employee benefit expense, we are expecting three employees. One is store manager and two is utility. So monthly salary in total would be 45,000. Rent we are expecting for a 500 square facility is 100 rupees per square feet on an average. Now let's jump to the sales schedule. That is the heart of the model. So let me remind you that the sales forecasting we are taking is very conservative. It is really, really very achievable. Nobody can say that it is uh, very optimistic or very large numbers have been taken. These numbers can be easily achievable, but in reality, the sales would be really higher. So we are expecting that we would be selling 18 mattresses per day on average in year one, 24 mattresses, I mean 24 bills per day in the year two, and that can reach to 30 bills per day on the year five. So for first year sales is coming to 46 lakhs, and the year five sales is coming to 90 lakhs. So now let's jump to the P&L. So after we the sales, yeah, the sales 46 lakhs in the year one again. In the year five, it's 90 lakhs. COGS is 40%, and 60% is the gross margin. And if we disclude all the expenses, starting from royalty, salaries, utilities, rental, everything, we are having the EBITDA margin of 16% in the year one. That is 7.5 lakhs for the year one, and 25.5 lakhs approximately in the year five. That would be 28%, and that is a very, very good number. Citing that we are very conservative on our sales for the model, and the payback is coming to 16 months with the IRR of 97%. So again, we have three clusters right now. For the master franchisee fees, 60 lakhs for cluster A, where you will get 30 units, and in the cluster B, it is 40 lakhs, and the C in the 20 in the cluster C, it is 20 lakhs. This is everything about the model. Do we have any questions?
Right. So in case anyone who are watching us right now, in case if you would like to ask any question, you can start putting it into the Q&A box. Also, Tanu, if you can just put the snapshot of the investment overall. Right. So this is what you can see on the screen. This is what we have, the FOFO, and also it is area developer model, right? Where you have a total rollout, you get an opportunity of rollout total 10, 20, or 30, depending upon the kind of area you want to cater and the kind of investment you have. That is what, you can choose any of these. But I think, in the overall, if you talk about, the Sleepnova from a business perspective, I think the opportunity is quite interesting. The Indian mattress market is already, a large market, and it is expected to grow from almost like $2.5 billion in 2025 to approximately 4.3 by 2030, with an overall, I mean, on an average of like around 10 to 11% of CAGR. And there are some very clear reason behind it also. I mean, the people are becoming more conscious about sleep quality and sleep related health. At the same time, disposable income are increasing. Consumers are becoming more willing to upgrade to the premium products. Urbanization and new residential developments are also creating a continuous demand. There is also a very interesting opportunity outside the major metros. Organized mattress players have much higher penetration in tier 1 cities, but the penetration is significantly lower in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, around 32 to 19% respectively. So there is still a lot of room for an organized brand like Sleepnova to expand into these markets. And this is where Sleepnova has an interesting proposition. The brand is not competing only on price, it is bringing technology, the orthopedic support, the premium material, and a better customer experience while keeping the product competitively positioned. From a franchise investor point of view, I think the entire model also relatively accessible. uh, a single FOFO store requires, around 500 square feet of area, right? That is what we have. However, focusing, we have more focus on the area developer. Uh, and I think we already have discussed about it. I think um, Yash has already, explained the opportunity. In case if anyone would like to get into this area developer rights, I think you are most welcome. As I said, that it is indeed a great opportunity. I mean, it is of course a great brand too. And as the consumptions for the good mattresses are increasing, people now understand, what the good sleep is. It is also related to a lot of, I mean, if you don't have good sleep, you also will have a lot of, the health issues, right? So I think this is something which is growing well. This is one of the area where we are really doing pretty well, and this is a great brand that you would like to be a part of their success journey. So this is all about. Anything else you would like to add? Maybe Sajal, maybe.
No, there is nothing like that. We have explained, Yash sir has already explained everything about the franchisee model and everything about the brand as well. So I think there is nothing like I need to explain or I need to talk about.
And
That's some,
also, yes, I mean,
something.
why do you think that this is the right time based on the sales numbers? If you could just help us understand how things are growing in terms of the sales or the overall revenue store-wise, or maybe you can also share a few things on online sales.
Yeah, so something I think is a great question, Bharat, which has come out, and I was about to speak about that only. There's a reason by which we seeing a double growth in the mattress industry in India, and mattress industry itself is growing at the exponential level where we are seeing like huge brands also building up. Like we have in the recent time, just from 2021 to now, we have Wake Fit Sleep Company, Sleepnovaa, Sleepy Cat. So we are the top four brands which are growing quite fast at this moment. And the reason for that is that the Indian mattress industry has a very consistent demand. What creates a consistent demand in the industry is the fact that if we see a overall industry, according to CAGR report right now, we're talking about they about 30 to 35% of the industry being organized, where 70% of the industry is unorganized, right? So if we just look into the urban sectors, we're talking about 50% of the industry being organized. And whereas we're talking about we go down to tier two or tier three because it's a product which is required everywhere. It doesn't make a difference whether you're in tier one or you're in tier three or tier four or tier five, you still require a mattress, right? But that's where we are seeing a penetration of 70% of the industry walking into the organized sector. So the consistent demand, a new demand into a sector is very rare, but this is where Sleep Nova and sleep industry is working towards right now. We are seeing an influx of new customers who have never bought mattresses from an organized market. They are all shifting towards organized market. The reason for that is the kind of products which we guys have been creating. We've been given a 100 days trial that gives a lot of comfort to a customer. We are also giving a 10-year, 15-year warranty on a product, which lets the customer feel much more comfortable about spending money on a product as well. So that's where the organized sector has a penetration directly from the 70%, and the shift is happening at this moment, this very moment. We're talking about 1.4 billion people, out of which we're talking about the 70% markets are untapped. And the untapped market is entering towards the organized sector right now. Whereas even the 30% market, now people usually have this question whether sleep as an industry has a consistent demand. I think that's one of the questions which usually comes up to us as well. It's a very simple calculation. I think in a tier one, in a tier two cities, we see an average demand of somewhere between um, 5,000 to 10,000 mattresses per day is in terms of demand. So that's the cycle. You divide the population. Every person requires his own. You might buy utensils which everybody shares in the house. You might buy a car which everybody shares in the house. Whereas mattress is a personal space. You know. So if you have 4 rooms, you need 4 mattresses. A person doesn't change all the mattresses in one go. Usually what happens, a person will make a gap about 2.5 to 3 years between each mattress in the house. He might not go and spend like 5 mattresses at one go because that requires a substantial amount of capital. So that division also happens. So from some single household, there's a cyclic conversion which is happening about 2 to 3 years or 4 years maximum. Similarly, the 70% is coming in. So the cyclic sale plus the new entry from the 70% is making the sleep industry as one of the most lucrative industry to be a part of at this moment in India, because we're a huge population and all of us. And one more very essential bit which a lot of businesses are going through. This is a changing time. There's a lot of AI. There are a lot of wars around the world. There are a lot of things happening. So people would want to be in part of something which is more sustainable. It's basic and it doesn't change. The requirement is always consistent. Mattresses cannot be
True.
impacted by AI or technology. I shouldn't say this, but when the COVID happened, when people were staying back at home, they understood the importance of sleep and comfort. So the mattress industry grew at that time. Rather than all the industries going down, mattress industry grew at that time. So that gives you a direct indication that you coming into a sector which is going to give you a consistent backbone support in terms of your livelihood, which is not going anywhere from today to next 50 years to 100 years as well.
And also a few questions that I personally also wanted to ask a few things like how this culture is now changing. How many people are now adopting these changes? While we have a lot of brands in the market, we also have a lot of technology. So how adaptive this technology is, like orthopedic or the cooling product, like how your brand makes this different, genuinely.
Now what is happening, that's why we call ourselves the most customer centric brand. We are not creating gimmicks which are lying to the customer and giving them product of a fake phenomena, right? For example, there are brands which are speaking about some kind of a mash in the middle of two forms, and they say you go to a market and they say, the air is coming out of this, you can see, and this one is not breathing. That doesn't happen because your mattress is lying down on a floor or a bed or a wood. There's no air coming out of the wood to give a breathability to your mattress. So that's why Sleepnovaa went different. We made our mattresses side by side breathable. So when you see our mattresses, you can actually touch and feel the airflow channels running through the mattress. And that's what makes us different. The real product, which can be touched and feel, that is making the change. Similarly, we've been seeing there are a lot of products like there was something which we saw back in the days. We used to call it the coir, right? Coir had this issues where coir would probably over a period of time would sack, and as soon as the water peep in, it will create some kind of a fungal allergy to the mattress as well. To take those things down, we created hypoallergenic mattresses. We don't use that, but I still see there are few brands which have got something called a plastic coir, and they call it some kind of a air technology. Now you cannot put a plastic coir and call it technology. That's where knowledge to a customer by a brand like us becomes very important, because sometimes you might be paying for something which is actually not the basic thing is actually not going to be doing what is been said to. So that's where a perfect technology makes a difference. A customer should be taught about the products really well.
True. Can we also talk about the price range and the average price ticket for your customer? And also, like, how does this 100 days trial work? Or what is the warranty? Or who bears the cost of those returns of the mattresses?
So while we speak about the technologies and the 100-day trial, the 100-day trial is a trial where the customer can come up to us. He doesn't like the mattress, he can come up to us, he can replace his mattress, we'll give him a new mattress. No cost has to be bared by the customer or the franchisor for that return. The brand stands by it.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas the warranty stands, warranty is very simply on the fact that if there is a disformation of a mattress, the mattress changes its form, it doesn't give you the support. The company for next 10 to 15 years, it always stands by you, and we change the mattress without question being asked if we see and our executive have seen that the disformities have happened into the mattress. And that cost is also not bared by the customer or the franchisor. The brand takes that cost on itself.
And also, yes, maybe if you could help to understand the financials, like how much monthly sale do I need to achieve my break even on an average? Like how many mattresses or
See, if I talk about a basic sales on one mattress per day per store, right? If we talk about tier one, we're looking at about 24,000 rupees as a AOV of each person, right?
Mm.
So if we talk about tier one, 24,000 rupees, if we do one mattress per day per store, right? At that time, you're making about 7,20,000 rupees, which is double of what we have shown there. So that's the basic sales which happens in the store, which we have been seeing in our stores as well. There are systems in place, there are technologies, there are sales system which we train our franchisee partners into. There is a complete ecosystem of customer coming in, the CRMs, the ERP systems, where we tap into the customer, we reach out to them so that they stay in the ecosystem, right? So we make sure that at least one mattress per day per store systems are provided to a franchisor that he can achieve those levels, right? So on that level, if we take a 50% margin as well, that is about somewhere 3,60,000 rupees as a net profit which they're making. If we want to take the EBITDA, are still going to be making very positive. So we're looking at ROI and break even in a period which is somewhere about 11 months to 12 months rather than 16 months. This is where
Mm.
the sales happen actually.
And the last question would like to ask, like, what kind of marketing and the lead generation support will be provided to the franchise?
So this is a very interesting industry where we run ads and the customer goes to the store, right? We in a product where the touch and feel become very important. Why did Sleepnovaa decide to get into franchising? Is just because we got our feedbacks. Some companies
Mm.
uh, wants to wants to go on the feedback of the customer, and Sleepnovaa is one of those companies which have taken the feedback, we have given our mattresses and our products from places like Laos Spiti, Leh Ladakh, Andaman Islands. I'm talking about Manipur at the time of problem, and that's the kind of industry we are in. You always have the consistent sale coming from areas like those as well. So while we speak about the consistent sale, the customer which was coming to us, they always want to go and touch and feel the product. So that's what makes this industry very interesting. I might run ads, but that ad will get me a customer, and the first thing they ask, sir, do you have a store next to me?
True.
So that's why the geographical expansion is very, very interesting. Whereas if you look into any other industry, there might be customers who might be more okay towards buying products online. But for us, most of the footfall happens in the store. The most of the sales happen in the store. And as the store expansion happens, I think collectively that the footfall also increases multiple folds with each and every franchisor.
Absolutely. I also recently purchased one, but I found that the way the things have changed, like how we approach to the customers, it was a kind of consultative sales, right? I mean, so
Yeah,
lot of hmm.
no, but you're right. You just bought it yourself. So now it is more important to understand each and every customer. That's why the product fit of Sleepnova makes it very interesting as well. I like, for example, I cannot take the brand's name or anything, but competitors are having like 4 mattresses, 6 mattresses, 8 mattresses. We have 14 to give to our customers. So the spectrum is huge. The customer walks in, we have the solution to each and every problem a customer might have. Sometimes you might have a product to solve a thing, but you might not have cost to solve for a customer. But that's where what we have done. We have tried to have the cost and the product, both the solution provided to a customer at the same time.
Average. Okay, there is a question. Average bill value, please. You
So the
said 20.
average order value in a tier one is somewhere about 24,000. In tier two is somewhere about 22,000, and tier three we should be looking somewhere about 18 to uh, 20,000 rupees in the spectrum of average order values.
Right. Hope that answers your question, sir. Then thank you so much, Prathamesh, for asking. So I think, as we already discussed, it's great opportunity, right? So anyone who would like to be a part of it, you are most welcome. I think Pragya has already shared her number in the chat box, right? And the opportunity, of course, quite interesting. I mean, we are looking at a category which, with a consistent consumer demand, increasing awareness around the sleep quality and a clear shift towards the premium and the technology-led products. Uh, just to summarize, what makes Sleep Nova interesting is that it's not competing simply with as another mattress brand. It brings together proprietary technology, premium material, orthopedic support, and a lot of other things you get. From an investor perspective, I think the franchise model provides an opportunity to enter the organized sleep retail market with relatively accessible investment, while the brand continues to expand all across India. The real opportunity not only lies in tier one, but also a lot of opportunities in emerging market tier two and tier three cities, where right franchise partner can build the brand locally and take a lot of advantage of this the growing category. So if you're looking for a business in a category, this is essential. That is essential. I think this is the best one. It has growing demand, increasingly replenishment. The sleep opportunity is everywhere. So I think you can get in touch with Pragya. And also, Shivam, if you could also share your number in the chat box. Right. So if anyone want to get in touch with Yash, the founder, I think you please connect with us, one of our key account managers, and they will facilitate your next round of meeting to explore more about the business. I understand this 1 hour is not good enough to understand this entire business model. Of course, you will have a lot of other questions that you wanted to ask, but that can be done separately. So that so we have a lot of opportunity. I think that's it for the day. Thanks so much, Yash, ji, for coming and talking about this brilliant business opportunity. Very high demand and a lot of future the fitment. Thank you, Sajal, for joining us. Thank you, Shivam and Yash and Pragya for joining us, this helping me drive this business, this webinar. So see you everyone tomorrow once again with a new brand, and we'll explore another business opportunity. Till then, take care. Have a nice day ahead.